has an update. Biagio.
Yeah, guys, so we haven't reached a 100-degree day yet, but as we will show you guys later in the 14-day forecast, I think it's coming up. But so far, 13 days have been below the normal. 3 of them been about what they're supposed to be. 2 of them above the average. So taking a look at our satellite and radar right now, we have a severe thunderstorm warning here south of Waco, north of Austin. And here in Louisiana, we're having some heavy rain as well. But in DFW, we remain dry. And just taking a look at what's happening, we have a low pressure system sitting here, right where that thunderstorm line is, with that stationary boundary lifting up that moisture and creating that instability, which are causing these storms.
Sure, it advances. Does it go? There you go. All right, Biagio, take it away. Go ahead.
Metroplex, but if it does, it will not be long lasting, as by 7 p.m. there, as I'm covering it with my head, we're going to be dry into Sunday night for the remainder of Father's Day. But it's still going to be muggy. It may not feel great. It's totally up to you if you want to go outside or not. However, like we said, there will be a marginal risk, and we'll be keeping a watch on that. Jesse and Pete will, at least. I'm only here for today. Weekend forecastcaster, too.
Just like Pete and I.
Just like Pete and Jesse. That's right. Yes,
awesome.
Sir.
We've been practicing. Listen, and you're going to stick with us here. Biagio's going to give you a...
Right now, we're dry, and we're going to keep a watch on this, what we like to call a mesoscale convective system, which is basically just a line of thunderstorms. Now, this is going to come into our northern, almost along the Red River here in the Panhandle, going to reach across into parts of our area, DFW. We're going to keep it about 20-30% chance of rain for Sunday afternoon here in our northeastern counties. Bryan College Station included in the high risk, even in Houston. As we go towards Austin, we're sitting at about a moderate risk for fire danger. So there's a burn ban in effect. So the wind forecast for today, we're sitting at high 20s going all the way into the evening, even going just lowest 23-mile-per-hour wind gust as we get into even the afternoon and midnight hours as of today. So definitely something to keep in mind as you're moving around campus, moving around the Brazos Valley. Just keep that in mind as you're getting in and out of your vehicles and, of course, driving around. In North Texas and the frequent showers that we've been seeing. Our average first 100-degree day is supposed to be July 1st. It's July 18th today, so we're definitely behind schedule, as Jesse was saying. We've only had 2 years without 100-degree days, and we're supposed to have 5 of those by now to date. So I have a high pressure system and this jet stream that's going to come in that's really making these storm chances possible into today and tomorrow. But as we go into the rest of the week, into Tuesday, that high-pressure system is going to come in and sit central United States. It's going to bring in that heat dome that we are used to in Texas, bringing in hot temperatures here and rain everywhere else, as there is some troughing happening there, which brings in that moisture. Lower 90s, it feels a lot hotter than what it actually is, with our dew points being in the uncomfortable range at 70 degrees for that. So yeah, it feels like 98, 101 in Burleson, 100 in Hillsborough to the Brazos area. So as of today, 10 to 20 miles per hour winds, gusts up to 30 miles per hour, even a little bit more. As we go into the next couple of days, winds are going to shift from south to north, and those gusts are going to stay pretty high. 35 tomorrow, 25 mile per hours on Thursday. So, but today's high is going on Bryan College Station, 74 miles per hour, Belleville 73, and for the majority of the Brazos Valley, we're just in the low 70s. Normal high today is about 67 degrees. Now, the 3 main ingredients that you do need a thunderstorm. First, you're going to need some moisture, all right, and then you're going to need some instability, and then lastly, you're going to need some lift. This past weekend, we've seen some rain chances, especially during our Aggie baseball games. And for the majority of this week, we're actually looking at warm and humid conditions until this weekend.
Multiple storms have initiated off the dry line in West.
What is your biggest red flag in a girl?
You know, I don't like when she's too expensive.
Do you know what else is an expensive red flag?
A red flag warning. Issued by the National Weather Service when relative humidity is under 15% and sustained winds are over 25 miles per hour.
Now, this is similar to what we're experiencing here in College Station.
The Brazos Valley region is currently experiencing wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour for the next couple of days. Alongside that, we are under drought conditions, which has made the Brazos Valley issue a burn ban for our region.
So it's important to heat.
Good afternoon, Ags. Welcome back to Texas A&M, and it is game day weekend, as tonight we'll have midnight yell with a 10% chance of rain, so I can't rule out a shower, but if something does show up, it will be short-lasting, with our temperatures being 80 degrees and partly cloudy skies. And going into tomorrow, we do have some cold front chances that are leading in a lot of variability within the models. So our first scenario is here is that the cold front will stall beforehand. This is a scenario that we want, because if this happens, then we'll remain mostly dry during tailgate hours and game day hours hours and going into the rest of the evening. But the second scenario, this is what we don't want, is that the cold front stalls over College Station. This is going to lift up that moisture and create that instability that causes storms, and this can last for a couple hours and definitely bring in some lightning potential and hopefully not delaying our games. So game's supposed to start at 6, but if there is some lightning potentials, it will be 30 minutes per strike in our area. So hopefully that scenario does not line up with the models, but unfortunately right now, that's what we're looking at the most. And our third scenario is that it goes through earlier in the day. This will be completely fine because we will have some rain Saturday morning and even into tonight, but going into game day hours and tailgating hours, we should remain dry. So the models right now are actually looking into that second scenario. Unfortunately, by noon, we'll only have a 10% chance of rain, temperatures being around 87 degrees with partly cloudy skies. But during prime tailgate hours around 3 p.m., we should have some cloudy and mostly rainy skies as there's a 60% coverage and 89-degree high with a northeast wind coming at 5-10 miles per hour. And then getting closer to game day on our way to Kyle Field, our temperatures are going to go down a degree at 88, but rain chances 50% coverage. So again, this is what the National Weather Service has predicted for us. 50% chance of rain going into the first quarter, but into the rest of the game, guys, look at this, 10% all going into the second quarter, and then we should be dry. So you guys can put away those rain ponchos as we get into the fourth quarter and heading our way back home after our Aggie win.